Alright, welcome to this video. I'm Isaac Okoro Crypto. Oh wait, I'm Isaac Okoro and this is Isaac Okoro Crypto. Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about what I really feel is the long-term future of NFTs, and we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite NFT people, Brett. I've been following him for a long time, and he was one of the first guys I started watching when I got into NFTs. I've been in crypto for a long time, but he was like one of the first NFT tutors I had. Anyway, tried to reach him a few times. Anyway, if you're watching this, I'm still trying to reach you, man. Alright, so he put out a video about why you should start an NFT business. And it really makes sense for a bunch of reasons. So I'm going to play a few snippets from the video, and then we're going to go into details of some of the things he said. And he shared a very brilliant idea as well. So, alright, let's take a look at the video.
Watching this channel is here because they're either A, interested in NFT space, or B, they want to make money flipping NFTs. So guys, I want to open your mind to ways to make money outside of flipping NFTs, but still in the NFT and Web3 space. Everyone wants to be successful, guys, and success really comes down to three things: opportunities, ideas, and timing. We are in the earliest stages of Web3, just like Web2 in 1998. If you look at the trends, it's very clear that at a macro level, we are at the exact same stages of adoption. And this is the phase where all the new people reject it and call it stupid because they're afraid of new ideas that make them feel dumb. Just like we see people making fun of NFTs with the right-click save as, we saw the same thing with people listening to baseball games over the internet when people knew that the radio existed, so why would there ever be a need for this internet thing? The world is changing, evolving, advancing faster than literally ever before. If you look past, just see how crazy things have changed in the last 10 years. Whether you look at cell phones or any other outdated form of technology, these last 10 years have been the most exponential growth we've ever seen. And so to think that that's not going to continue would be irrational. Right now, if you are watching this video, you are so early into a space that is about to revolutionize the world that if you get in literally anywhere and start learning, it's going to be almost impossible not to be successful. It is literally just a matter of participating, seeing an opportunity, identifying an idea, and executing. So wine company, and you want to start implementing wine NFTs, you're going to have a few years before any of these big wine companies actually even entertain the idea of making NFTs for their products. And so if you have 2 or 3 years, even if you don't know what you're doing, and you're not too sure what's the right way to do this, or if this isn't even benefiting people, you're going to have 2 or 3 years to make those mistakes, learn, adapt, and start attracting people into the Web3 space, into your brand and your wine. So it's actually going to give you a differentiating factor that most of these products and most of these businesses don't have because they're still busy playing the Web2 game. So if you build up 2 or 3 years of momentum and a head start, anytime any of these big wine companies come in, they're actually going to have to compete with you because now you're the biggest wine NFT company in Web3, which is going to be a huge advantage and will make a lot more people trust you once they actually come in and there's a different shift in culture in the Web3 space. So guys, I think it's very, very clear to say that this space is going to create billionaires, and I would not be surprised if we see the very first trillionaire come out of Web3 technology. So there's literally no reason right now that you can't come in to the Web3 space and make a huge impact. I am extremely passionate about education and innovating the space to make it a more fair system for everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I am very jaded with my college experience. I paid over $60,000 to go to a Division I school. Personally, I think that was way overpriced for the information that I was receiving. And the hardest part was everyone in my life that I looked up to and was kind of like a support system in my life was saying I was doing the right thing and I was doing good. But every single day when I was in class, I was looking around, I'm like, is this really what college is all about? Is this really all they're teaching us? And it was really disheartening to hear that a lot of the times the teachers would literally tell us to Google something if we had a question before coming to ask them. And so I understand the benefit for like STEM. Overall, I think anyone around my age or went to the college system in the last decade can understand exactly colleges are out of date. Now, I understand the benefits of going to a Harvard or a Stanford, but 90% of people are not going to those schools, and they're getting charged way too much for these general public schools, and they're able to get away with this because of college loans. And so that's a huge problem. And that's why I'm so focused on innovating the education space through NFT technology. And what this enables is it actually gives the ownership of the content back to you, the consumer. So say I wanted to go to college, all I would do was buy an NFT, and that NFT admits me into the college. I am officially in that freshman class. I will go through those 4 years by holding the NFT. That's what gets me access to my Blackboard, to my assignments, to my class education, all my courses. And once I go through, I get my degree, I'll actually sell that NFT back to the next freshman coming in. So I paid my tuition up front. The college got that money to actually pay for the professors, pay to run the school. And then once I'm ready to leave, I actually sell that to get my investment back out. And on that sale, the colleges will get a royalty that should be enough cash flow to sustain and run the business moving forward. Now, this is going to put a huge dent into the money that colleges are making, but right now, I do not think it is justified to be charging the amounts they are for the education and the information they are providing when everything is on the internet for free. So guys, this is what the NFT Academy is all about. We are here to shape the future of our world. That might sound dramatic, that might sound extreme, but guys, I cannot understate the importance of what this technology can do for so many people to level the playing field and give power back to the everyday consumer. So if you guys don't know what the NFT Academy is, I talk about it a lot on my channel, but it's basically our A to Z program of elite builders where basically we teach you everything you need to do to implement NFT technology into your business or to create an NFT project from scratch. So why I think this is so important, as my partner Crypto Brando always says in the Academy, is your network is your net worth. You need to be around people that are lifting you up, giving you positive reinforcement, encouraging and have growth mindsets to actually think about creative new ways to implement NFT technology into different business models, to create a B2B service for NFT projects, or really anything you want to do in the Web3 space. Because I don't know about you, but when I go out into the real world, there's not a single person I know that talks about NFTs. And when I try to explain it to them and how beautiful it is, they kind of just laugh at me. And so,
all right, so like one of the things we do on this channel is that we try as much as possible to review the content of creators, influencers, educators, people that are making sense within the space and glean from their wisdom as well, right? So, and then share our own insights. Now, the first part of his video, he really takes time to talk about all the doubt that is around the NFT space and the potentials that are there. And, I like how he references Bill Gates and David Letterman like many, many years ago. That's become a famous interview now because when we've all been around to see where that went, computers and what they are now. So that's a very good illustration of what's going to happen with NFTs and crypto and everything. Already, if you look at Bitcoin in 2011, it's a scam, it's a thing for fraud, for drugs, for criminals, and then Silk Road didn't help matters. But Bitcoin in 2021, 2022 is becoming a hedge. It's becoming an asset that institutional investors are looking into. So, all in all, crypto is evolving, NFTs are evolving, and that's really what he's talking about. Now, as you go through the video, the next thing he begins to touch on is the need for transition, which I have been on from the very first day I got into NFTs. Flipping NFTs is awesome. Buying an NFT to make 10x, 50x in like 2 weeks, 1 month is great. And of course, I know that that's what's brought a lot of people into the space, that idea that they can make some quick money. However, the guys who end up gaining the most from anything in life are the guys who play long term and the guys who build services around stuff. Like, take for instance Yugo Labs, OpenSea, right? And all the other guys that are building within the space. So flipping is nice because not everybody has all that initial investment and money, so you might want to flip your way to a certain point. And like he said, he was initially into flipping. If you look at his old content, that's how he made some money and then went into projects, and he's doing what he's doing now. But I agree with him that there is need for transition. We will need to transition from where we are to the next point. If all we keep doing is look for the next flip, you're going to just remain and become the pawn that everybody else is, making money off. All right. So, and on this channel, we want to succeed. All right. I do understand that everybody's not going to be at the same place at the same time, thinking the same way, starting with the same amount of resources and opportunities and possibilities. But the point is, we need to see the need to grow. All right. We need to see the need to grow. So that's the second thing. Third thing is the idea that he puts forward. And just to touch on the fact, the thing about ideas, a lot of people are so worried. I remember talking to a guy on Twitter, and he's like, he has this great idea. I'm like, okay, just let's share it with me. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna run it with his idea. I'm like, what? I used to think like that before, but oh, and then there's another thing he touched on, which is true. I remember having a conversation with a friend. He's now in the UK. Very powerful conversation, and I said one of the ways to become wealthy is to find out what the big companies that have become so big, so large are ignoring. Partly because there's a lot of red tape within the organization, the layers of authority, bureaucracy, and all of that, and they can't make decisions as fast as they should because they become so big. Which is something that I've vowed, and no matter how my businesses get, how big they get, I still want to be able to make decisions quickly. That's how they stay ahead. But certain companies become so big and become so slow in adapting to change, and that's how they plateau or even fall away. So that's happened to a lot of big companies right now. And some of us are waiting for the big guys to come in when we can be getting in, and they might not have a chance but to come meet us, like what's happening with Yuga Labs. Google could easily do stuff like this, but do you understand what I'm saying? So it's time to build. That's the massive opportunity right now. This is not a clickbait video. It's real. There's a golden opportunity right now. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to sit down and you need to think, how can we build around NFTs and crypto? Which is what Tiger Studios is about. And like it's teasing, I'm going to be talking about what we're building within the African continent and indeed globally to take advantage of what's happening with NFTs and crypto to build wealth both for ourselves and for everybody else. So just like he had the idea about colleges, right? That's a massive idea, and he's put it out there. And oops, sorry. That's a massive idea, and he's put it out there. And it's something that has immense value for both his part of the world, which is the US, and Africa. College tuition is ridiculous, and they learn next to nothing, right? So imagine you mint an NFT that allows you to go into school, and then it takes you through school, and when you're out, you sell that NFT back to the next person. The university gets a royalty, and all those other like ridiculous fees out of the way. Now, of course, like you said, it's a big dent to the money-making scheme because to a large extent, universities are money-making schemes, but who am I to say? You didn't hear that from me. But this, if we're interested in educating people and giving people power to make a better life for themselves, this is a brilliant idea. So leave it in the comments, tell me what you think. I'll link you to the video so you can see like all he said. Of course, the last thing he did say in the video, he was talking about the NFT Academy. I love the idea. I'm going to apply, and hopefully they accept me. And I want to bring a lot of my African guys on board because we need to learn a lot of things because there's so much that we can do on the continent. Massive, massive opportunities, multi-billion-dollar opportunities. And Tiger Studio is going to be running after them, I can tell you. And globally as well. What I think about NFT Academy, I think it's a good project. I think education is so powerful, especially practical information that you can take and you can make something out of. And I like how he says, look, we're not looking for people who want to flip NFTs. We want people who are going to hold it. It's going to be a pass so they can get access to these things. And it's a prototype too. It's a very great idea. It's a prototype. Do it for 2-3 years. It works very well. And you can start getting investors like Yuga Labs. So that's exactly what I'm saying. And across industries, whether it's in logistics, whether it's in entertainment, whether it's in other sectors, like Tiger Studios, we're so much into gaming because we see a massive potential with play to earn and African countries with the low incomes that we deal with here. So if a guy's earning like $500 a month from playing games, that's massive. So that's a huge opportunity, and you're looking at over 1 billion people. Okay, let me be realistic, 500 million people unemployed on the continent, young people. So these are real possibilities, and that's what we're building. The game, we're currently working on the game, play to earn. And then when you look at the concept of gaming guilds, already there's some companies in Indonesia that are getting funded for doing gaming guilds. That's huge, that's massive, right? That's another massive opportunity, and we're tapping into that. And then in the entertainment space on the African continent, it's blowing up. That's another massive space. We're coming with a different project. It's exciting, and like you said, They have great ideas, but we want to execute on them. But the point of this video is, you should also think about the NFT Academy. You made some money from flipping NFTs. It's okay to still have your day trading, your flipping, your all of that, but think about the NFT Academy. Start transitioning, start moving to the next level. That's how things happen. You just keep growing. All right, and like I said, the big companies don't see all of these potentials. We do, because we are on the ground, we're seeing stuff. And I can tell, if you want to remain big, always be on the ground and see stuff, and then see from the top, see from the bottom. Just take out all the red tape and let things happen a bit fast. All right, so if you love my video, if you like my funny accent, which I don't think it's funny, that's how I talk, but whatever. If you like the video, if you like what I said, if you think I make some sense, if you agree, disagree, please leave a comment. Like this video, subscribe, and come back for more and more exciting content on NFTs, on cryptos, business and finance here on Isaac Okoro Crypto. And please follow me on Twitter. All right, the handle is on the screen. Just follow me on Twitter, okay? Just be nice and follow me. Just follow me. It'll take you like 5 minutes or less, and I'm sure I can share something that will make sense, or I might share something that's not very accurate, and you can correct me. We just grow together, right? That's what it's about, right? It's all love, right? It's all love, right? All right, so if you love this video, please like it. Please like it so YouTube can pick it up and share it to a lot of other people. Who knows? Google Ventures might just be watching. Tiger Studios might be the next 450 million invested. See you guys later.